Okay, you have to, hit start broadcast is on the upper.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon and welcome. You're joining our Minnesota Circle of Parents webinar series, and today we are going to talk about and introduce our newly developed parenting education resource guide. And we're also going to talk through where to find a lot of the Circle of Parents materials on our website in the facilitator portal. My name is Barb Sorum. I am one of the directors of prevention initiatives. I am in the southern Minnesota part of the state, and I would like our moderator to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Francesca Salcedo, and I am the program assistant here at Minnesota Community Caring for Children. I will be doing the moderating today. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to either type them in the questions box, or feel free to also use the raising hand signal, and we can go ahead and get your questions answered and make sure that you have a clear understanding on the webinar.
So I'm going to stop us, but I don't see any participants. No, come back, Francesca.
I'm coming back.
Did you hit record?
I did hit record.
You did hit record.
Mm-hmm.
And is it still recording?
Yep, I have the option to stop recording right now if I want.
Let's stop and start over.
Okay.
We don't have any attendees, Lisa. Good afternoon. I am Barb Sorum with Minnesota Communities Caring for Children, and we will be presenting today the newest, stop. Good afternoon, welcome. You're joining the webinar by welcome, good afternoon. I am Barb Sorum. I'm one of the directors of prevention initiatives with Minnesota Communities Caring for Children. I'm in the southern Minnesota region, and we will be introducing our brand new parenting education resource guide that we put together for all of the Circle of Parents groups that we have going in Minnesota. Hopefully you'll find it informative, you'll find it useful, I hope, and we're also looking for some feedback. If you do try it, how did it work for you? What are we missing, if anything? What could be added? What didn't work so well? So we're really interested in how this is working for you in your local Circle of Parents group. Also, we're going to introduce the facilitator portal. There are so many pieces that we use all the time with our Circle of Parents groups, and that you need periodically with your group. You'll be able to find them now on our new facilitator portal that's right on our website. So you can go to that portal anytime and find these materials. Our moderator today, I would like her to introduce herself, please.
Hello, my name is Francesca Salcedo. I am the program assistant here at Minnesota Communities Caring for Children. I will be the moderator for today. If there's any questions or anything, please feel free to ask, and we'll make sure we get those answered for you.
Great, perfect. Thank you, Francesca.
No problem.
So let's take a look. This is our new parent education resource guide. And I'll show you where to be able to find this on our website. But I just wanted to kind of go through this and give you an idea of what it looks like. So we have put together this guide as a request. A lot of our volunteers across the state requested that we put together some kind of curriculum parenting curriculum to be able to use with our Circle of Parents groups. And from our volunteers, what you're all asking for, from our parent leaders, what they recommended and what they thought. Some of the staff people with Minnesota Communities Caring for Children also put in their what they thought was the best parenting education curriculum out there. We also tried to find curriculum that's affordable, but we also put some really good ones on here that you might have to put in your budget, get special fundraising for these curriculum, but well worth it, because once you purchase them, you have them and you can use them over and over and over. So first off, we have the Circle of Parents Handbook, and I actually don't have that to show you on the screen, but ask your regional coordinator, your regional director, and they will be able to hook you up with 5, 10, 20 handbooks. And they're really nice handbooks. They're full of parenting guidelines, I guess. On the left-hand side, the Minnesota Communities Caring for Children staff have put together and created parenting curriculum that follows each of the 6 protective factors. And you can see them right here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So we have separate curriculum that you can use, and we'll look at them in the portal in a minute. But following the 6 protective factors: parental resilience, social connections, concrete supports in times of need, knowledge of parenting and child development, social and emotional competence of children, and nurturing and attachment. These 6 protective factors are found to, if these factors are in place, we have the best chance of being the best parents we can be and the strongest family that we can be. We have included the whole brain child. There's a book and a workbook. The STEP curriculum. This is one that I'm most familiar with, Systematic Training for Effective Parenting. It has general parenting, toddler years. It has for teenage years. It also comes in Spanish. So this is a really nice curriculum. And it has several sections or chapters on a lot of different topics, a lot of different issues. The Nurtured Heart approach was also recommended. Parenting with Love and Logic, The Incredible Years. Our Minnesota Communities Caring for Children staff do a lot of cafe-style conversations across the state. And these are some of the cafes that we can provide as regional directors. The last one, strengthening families curriculum, a protective factor framework. So I'm going to go up to the top. We've tried to make it as useful as possible. So on the left of the curriculum, the titles, we've added a brief description of each one, whatever requirements are needed for this. So pre-read the book and the workbook. As a facilitator of the parent group, you want to familiarize yourself with any curriculum before you introduce it to the group. Get your parent leaders involved and helping, I guess, co-present maybe the curriculum. Suggested use, estimated costs. Now, whether getting the book through Walmart.com, Target.com, I buy a ton of stuff through Amazon personally. Barnes & Noble. So there's a lot of different options where you can find these curricula and the resources. So again, once you've decided that maybe you want to try one of these curriculums with your group, let your regional director know. Have that conversation with her. There's Mary Weaver in Northern, myself, I'm in Southern Minnesota, and then we have Lisa Deputy in Metro. Our contact information is on the website. But have that conversation with us. We can talk through which one might be best suited for your group. There are a lot of different ways you can introduce this. Some of the ideas, some of the ways that we have seen groups use curriculum, again, whatever works best for your particular group. So we've had facilitators start with, let's say we'll use the protective factor, the individual protective factor curriculum. So we're going to use parental resilience. If we meet for 2 hours, this is what one facilitator did. Their group meets for 2 hours. So the first hour, they introduced the curriculum, and that was their discussion point or their topic, however they wanted to use that curriculum during that first hour of group. Then the second hour of group, they did more of a support group style again, taking turns, whoever needs time to talk, however that would work. Others have done, they'll start with a meal, they'll start with a whole family meal. All of this is donated, so they can have that together time. Then they'll go do a short support piece group where they're supporting each other, sharing parenting skills, and then moving into the curriculum. Or you can choose a curriculum and say the STEP system, Systematic Training for Effective Parenting. That's a really good one. I think there are 8 sections in this particular one. So you can do one section a week, and you can have that go for 8 weeks. Or you can double them up. You can go 16 weeks and do one section for 2 weeks, move into the next section for the next 2 weeks, and then pick up with your usual support group after that particular 8-week session or 16-week session, however that works best in your location. One of the things that we have found that works really good, I actually live in Freeborn County, so when we offer the STEP curriculum in the Circle of Parents group here in Albert Lea, they will offer it for 8 weeks. The facilitator will offer it for 8 weeks and invite anyone throughout the community or surrounding communities to attend these sessions. And then after that 8 weeks, she picks up and continues with her regular support and education Circle of Parents group as normal. What happens is some of the people that came just for the sessions, the curriculum sessions, start to realize how important it is to meet with other parents, have that chance to learn from each other, learn from other parents, what's working, what's not working, and they will continue attending the group. So if you're running with low attendance in your regular Circle of Parents group, introducing a curriculum can really help change and increase that participation by introducing all of these. And some people still haven't even heard of Circle of Parents or that it's even available in your location. So it's a great way to, as a reminder, or to introduce it from the beginning. Get them involved. Get them to see that this is a safe place. I want to take us to, and I didn't have it open and I apologize. I'm going to take us to our website so you can see where the facilitator portal is located. And my computer is running just a little slow. Wow. So if you haven't been to our website before, that's a perfect chance to go there and see what's happening and what our website looks like. We're continuing to revise it a little bit, make it better and better all the time, and it's starting to look fantastic. So this is our website, and if you go to pcamn.org, that's for preventchildabuseminnesota.org, pcamn.org. This is the site. So once you get in there, look around, make sure you see everything that we have to offer. For the facilitator portal, I want you to hover over parent support and leadership. And then click on Circle of Parents. In this page, you can see different things that we have to offer. We're actually part of National Circle of Parents, Mutual Self-Help. What is a Circle of Parents group? But scroll down to the bottom, and there's the facilitator portal. So go ahead and click on that. And because I was already signed in, it didn't ask me for my password. But the password to get in, and this is specific just to Minnesota Circle of Parents volunteers, the password is circle groups, no space, and use a capital C, and use a capital G. And that's plural. So let me go in here and I will show you. This is the password for the facilitator portal. That's really small. Can you see that, Francesca?
The circle groups?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of small. I'm going to make that bigger.
There we go.
That's better. Okay. So that's the password you want to use when you're going into the facilitator portal. And it'll take you right into this page. How are we doing, Francesca? Are we doing okay?
We're doing good.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So the curriculum that I just showed you, that list, can be found in the parenting curriculum section of this. What we have listed in here, so here's the guide. I'm just going to click on it. It'll open so you can see. It's exactly what I just showed you. I'm going to back out of that. I'm going to back out of that. And go. So I talked about how the regional directors created specific parenting education curriculum for each protective factor. And here's where you can find them. So this very first one, concrete supports in times of need. I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller so we can see a little bit more of it, but this is a back-to-back. You can take this and you can print it off. It's a back-to-back sheet. And we've tried to help put this together so you can just kind of familiarize yourself with more concrete supports in times of need. But we've put on there learning. Prepare to present to your circle of parents group. So we want you to familiarize yourself with it. So read about concrete supports in times of need. I'm going to actually make this a little bit bigger. So reflect what stood out for you as a facilitator. Underline any key points. What concrete supports have you had in your experience? And then practice. Tell a friend or a family member about protective factors generally and specifically, or practice with your parent leader. Get your parent leaders more involved with the presenting piece of this, with the facilitation piece of this. And if they haven't had the facilitation training, it would be a great time for them to take that training. It's a day-long training, and you can talk to any of the directors about that. But we highly recommend that your parent leaders or anyone who's stepping into that you see stepping more into that leadership role to take that training. Then we have suggestions for presenting to the group. Tell the participants about the protective factor of concrete supports in times of need, really familiarizing them with what that is. Get them to start sharing their understanding of what that protective factor is. Have them give some examples. Create a discussion. Ask group members to pair up with someone next to them, talking about how concrete supports have been introduced in their families. I have 2 small dogs, and I'm really sorry. Our mail person just came, and they're letting everyone know.
I remember earlier you stated that.
I'm sorry, and I can't mute myself. So they're really cute, and I just love them, so we put up with them. But they always let me know what's going on. So ask members to reflect individually and write down 3 of their greatest strengths. This is an example of just one of the protective factors. So using this, we've included suggestions, and you don't have to follow this exactly. Whatever works best for your group, that's what we want you to do and how to use it. You can use this as a topic of conversation for one group meeting, or you can designate the entire month. So October is going to be really centered around concrete supports, concrete resources, what's available in our area, what's not available. Maybe really discussing what's not available and how do we bring that to our area, or what are some other options because that particular one isn't available. This is a website, the Center for Study of Social Policy, which introduces the protective factor framework. So on each of these, you're able to go to that website and get much more information. This is just an outline of using this particular protective factor. And you can do that with each of these. Nurturing and attachment is another one. And they're all kind of laid out the same way. Preparing yourself, presenting to the group, doing a discussion, things to recognize, be thinking about how you can put this together and use this in your group that reflects the best way possible. So each one of them is there. We also have included parenting styles. That could be a whole new topic for your group. What are your parenting styles? Really recognizing what individual parenting styles look like, and being honest. When I was going through this and really learning about parenting styles and what that meant, and then reflecting on myself and what parenting style I was using, and I didn't stick with one. I was the authoritarian. I was demanding it sometimes. Other times I was permissive. I was kind of all over the board. But when I realized that and really recognized that is when I was able to really start creating healthy parenting skills and understanding how that was all working and not working for my kids. The last one on here is Positive Discipline Guide. And this is from University of Minnesota. There are 64 pages to it, but I found that this is a really helpful guidebook to discipline, positive discipline. Another discussion might be the difference between discipline and punishment is always a hot topic, I guess. Some of the other resources that are available in the facilitator portal on our website. We have our list of benefits. If you are joining us or watching this webinar, you are a chartered member with our Circle of Parents statewide network. So there's a list of benefits. If something happens in your group, we have an incident report. Again, any of these discuss with your regional director. Measures of quality. If you have chartered, and hopefully you have, these are the qualities that our parent leadership group has put together. That's a group of parent leaders from across the state that have put together to ensure that each group is a success and strong and stable. So that comes from parents, our parent leaders. We have the child protection contact list for every county throughout the state. Recruitment for development. Referral, let's look at that one because I like this one. Referral sources and potential partners for your Circle of Parents group. On your advisory committee, these are some ideas of the local people that could or should be on your advisory committee, and parents is number one. Getting your parents involved in the leadership piece of it, in the day-to-day activities of your Circle of Parents group always empowers leadership. And that's what we're looking for. We're empowering leadership. We're empowering parents. We're empowering families all across the state. So potential partners and referrals. There's a list of those. Local outreach. If you're looking to do outreach for your group, you always have to be reminding everyone in your community that the group is there, that it's free, that it's available. Parent involvement. I've been kind of talking about that a little bit, and in a few months, Lisa Deputy, our Director of Prevention Initiatives in the metro area, will be doing a webinar focused on parent involvement and parent leadership. So that's a great one, and please try not to miss that one. Creating shared parent leadership. I'm sure she will refer to the facilitator portal for that webinar as well. There are a lot of ideas. Hopefully, you'll be able to find something on here, anything that you're looking for. And if you're looking for something that is not on here, please let us know. And we'll make sure to get it on there. The last one, or one of the last ones that's in here, it's volunteer job descriptions. So if you're the facilitator, or you're looking for a co-facilitator, if you're looking for someone for the children's program or kids club, whatever you call your children's program, all of the job descriptions are up in the portal. You'll be able to find them. You can always join the Minnesota Communities Caring for Children Facebook page, which is right there. And the National Circle of Parents Facebook page. I had now realized that I should maybe put the National Circle of Parents website in there as well. So I will be adding that. Francesca, do you have any questions? Did this make sense to you?
Yes, it did. Actually, I have no questions. We actually did very well with explaining everything thoroughly. Also, the Facebook page is constantly being updated, so it's always good for them to go on there as much as they can to see any new information and things like that, and see some pictures of some of our meetings and stuff like that. So you did great.
Good, thank you.
You're welcome.
I was thinking I should have our contact information up, but it's right there, right on our website. So I clicked on Contact Us, and there we are right there. These are the regional offices. So Lisa Deputy is in the metro area. And I don't know how to make this any larger, so I apologize for that. This is me, Barb Sorum, in southern Minnesota. And Mary Weaver is in northern Minnesota. And our phone numbers. Not seeing our email addresses. But give me a call. I think, Francesca, unless you can think of something else that we should add, I think that's all I have.
Yeah, I'm looking at the website as well. It looks like you covered mostly everything regarding the Circle of Parents portal.
Okay. Okay. So with that, I appreciate your time. Always let us know how it's going, what more we can include on these sites, or even what you recommend that we include on the Parenting Education Resource Guide. Again, all of those things are found on the website under Parent Support and Leadership. Click on, and it won't stay there for me, Circle of Parents. And down on the bottom is the Facilitator portal. So check those things out and let us know what you think, and especially if you're going to use, or if you are using or have used parenting curriculum in the past. I would love to know, and your regional directors would love to know, what did you use? How did you use it? How did it work? What didn't work? Any recommendations? If you used a curriculum that really didn't fit, let us know that too. So, and especially if we have it on our list and it didn't work or wasn't appropriate or just wasn't a great fit, let us know what you think. And I think that's it. Thank you very much for joining, and have a great rest of the day. Thanks.